I thought he looked good. He obviously was scoring the ball after again a little bit of a slow start. Got a good number of assists, especially early. I thought he looked pretty good.
Is there an idea yet on his status for tomorrow? Or
Yeah. I think we've got Joel out, Paul in, at this point. I think. Yep.
You talked during the kind of extra days of practice about how you guys had expanded the playbook,
Yep.
just sharpened some things. How much of that did you see tonight with and without Joel?
Yeah. So a lot of it early in both halves, right? And then we got a little bit repetitive there late. Obviously, you saw that, right? A lot of the middle of the floor stuff. But again, they went to a bunch of switching, so it gets us into some other stuff. But a lot of the stuff early was created again in both halves out of some of the stuff we've kind of put in here recently. Yeah.
what did you think of the two-man game between Joel and Tyrese? Just kind of seems like they're just in sync, like every time they do anything.
Yeah, it's really good from the perspective is I really like the way Tyrese gets moving on it. Right, he's his start is really good. He goes one direction, He's able to get the ball back because he's got some freedom of movement, which is created by, the threat of Joel with the ball. So plenty of good actions off of that. And again, they like to play it. Sometimes it's 5 times in one possession. They go back and forth, right? But usually gets us, something pretty good. I love it because I think it frees Tyrese up for 4 or 5 threes a night, which I like.
Kelly Oubre once again had like such a huge game, and
Yep.
just like what's really kind of like the biggest thing that kind of stands out like about him over the past like 4 or 5 games or so.
Again, just the decision making. I think he's getting it to places that are good places, right? He's getting it to more close front of the rim type things. I mean, not right to the front of the rim, but again, a place where he's on balance, he's springing up, he's getting clearance on those shots that he's driving on. And then obviously he looks, like he's really ready to shoot. Like when the ball, 3-point line comes out to him, he's already into his motion when it hits his hands, and that's a good sign that his hands, his feet, and his head are all ready to go, right?
He had one tonight, but Tyrese lately has been a pretty good source of steals for you guys. What are you noticing in terms of his timing and his decision making and all of that, sense for the floor?
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's another thing we've been working on. I mean, not that specifically, but just more kind of pursuing of the ball as a team, right? Like the ball beats you a lot, right? So I think when for the most part, when guys were driving, we're getting there. They started hanging onto it late and getting us on a couple rolls, but then we adjusted to that, which is pull the weak side guy in and go for that back, right? So it's a lot of kind of switching on ball, then off ball, and then rotating out on the weak side, and that's just kind of part of all that. He seems to be in that weak side corner a lot, moving up the lane. Yeah.
Do you think it's more like schematic versus like individual?
No, I would never say that. I think it's always in anticipation first, right? But I do think that again, just in general, our guys are getting their hands on a lot of balls. I mean, I would say they have 17 turnovers, but they had about 4 or 5 buckets where we batted it around 3 or 4 times before they scored it. And again, that's kind of deflection game is usually going to lead to some turnovers. 17 is kind of low for us, but still a pretty good number.
To go back to the 2-man game,
Yeah.
How much of that is just sort of picking up where they left off last year, and how much of that are you already seeing, even though it's been such a small sample size, like building on what they had last year?
Yeah, it's certainly picking up from where they were last year. I mean, there just hasn't been a whole lot of time this year with them together. So I think it's probably all almost that. Yeah.
There's a couple of questions late where it's 4 or 6 points and everything runs to Joel. Is there any hesitation, given that he hasn't been out there, to trust him in those moments, or is it just that by that point of the game, this is Joel, this is what he does?
Yeah, I think there's no hesitation to trust him. Certainly just initially, and then you're going to see right where you are in the first couple possessions. I know it's a small thing, but we snuck a little Tyrese screening for Paul on the side in there. That was a pretty big bucket by Paul to go down there. He hadn't really shot the ball very well, but that was a pretty big bucket. And I think they ran a couple actions where they kicked wide to Paul for a wide open three. Didn't make that one, but again, I was kind of like, that's the right play, and I think there'll be more of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, thanks everybody. See you in Cleveland.